good afternoon. As the markets are gyrating and there seems to be a tug of war between the bulls and the bears, today we're gonna take a quick detour from the usual market update. We'll be back with the next market update on June 3rd. Today I wanted to spend a minute talking about predictions. Why are predictions and forecasts so magnetic to us, even when they often have such a poor track record? I joke around the office that in my next life, I want that job, to be consistently wrong, yet still have people actually listen to what you have to say. It's remarkable. But actually, our relationship with you, having skin in the game, being accountable for decisions, being responsible for outcomes, is actually the much more fulfilling way to go. Take this, for example, Goldman Sachs stock market predictions. First published in November of last year, they predicted the 2022 year-end value for the S&P 500 would be 5,100. Then, after a market drop in mid-February, they reduced it to 4,900. Then a month later, so this is now mid-March, they cut it again to 4,700. And over this past weekend, they came out with yet another reduction of their year-end prediction, which is now 4,300. The current level, by the way, for the S&P 500 is around 4,000, obviously give or take. I'm not beating up on Goldman Sachs. Look at predictions by professional full-time economists. They probably have fancy degrees and access to the best information, research departments, the whole bit. We can see there's been a general theme of predicting moderate or moderating inflation, which hasn't been the case. Actual inflation being the white line here, we see starting in January of 2021, that bottom blue line, and each subsequent quarter, there was a stubborn prediction of transitory inflation. So don't be too hard on yourself if you didn't get inflation quite right either. Same with Fed predictions. Since the beginning of the year, we've been talking about how many Fed hikes are priced in. It was 1, then 2, then 5, 7, and now about 10 hikes for this year are priced in. Look at this, the dotted lines are how many hikes were priced in, and the red line is the actual rate. Really, the only conclusion we can draw from this is that however many hikes are priced in, it's wrong. And for reference, right now, we're at about 0.8%, give or take. Look, whether it's Goldman with their S&P 500 forecast or the economists on inflation, the market pricing in number of Fed rate hikes, we get that as new information becomes available, it's natural to update your outlook. It's probably even the responsible thing to do. But it's also why we're wary of predictions in the first place. Because investing is inherently an activity that literally depends on an unknown future. And this is why forecasting is so tempting. This is why we're drawn to gurus. Perhaps the one thing that separates humans from other species is our ability to imagine the future, to plan for the future, and naturally to worry about the future. So when somebody reduces the uncertainty of the future, it makes us feel safe, in control, despite how faulty those predictions were that made us feel safe in the first place. It's also why what happened in the past seems so obvious. One of the godfathers of behavioral economics and the author of the book Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman, said the idea that the future is unpredictable is undermined every day by the ease with which the past is explained. Of thousands of potential outcomes that could have happened, only one did. And as we look back, as Kahneman says, it's so easy to explain that one outcome. Right now in markets and the economy, you can find solid information to support just about any narrative you believe, bull or bear, recession, no recession. So we're keeping an eye on things and letting the market gyrations play out a bit. We look forward to bringing you another market update on June 3rd. Thanks very much. Have a great day.